Mike's Daily Podcast.
FF episode 1556. It's Mike Matthews, 1556, broadcasting from Café Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Mont, the last place on earth. Today we hear from Madame Rutabaga, Valentino, Bison Bentley. It was wait a minute, that was last? I am behind Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the Engineers, who is going to be in
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Yeah.
I'm really busy right now.
So much stuff going on. It's a Freaky Friday. It's so busy at work.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I just had a quick moment to step away and say, yay, yay, it's Friday. And what can I say? We got a weekend ahead of us where we're going to hopefully get some R&R or some other kind of R. You with me? Did that make any sense? No.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Disregard his latte.
I'm a little out of it today, but that's okay because you're
Mike's
listening to the show.
Daily
I had the
Podcast.
interesting experience of giving my dog, Basil the Boxer, a brand new toy, and I forgot that he loves getting new toys. And that's what he was jumping up and down playing with his toy. That's an interesting thing, I know. You wanted to hear about. And that's about it. Let's see. Stock market was crap again yesterday. Look who walked in. Hello, my goodness. It's Chely Shoehart, gift shop supervisor, 50 Shades of Whatever is coming out today. Yeah. They made another one of those. It's like a soft porn type thing. I don't know. I didn't read the books. I don't read. I'm a not read person. Look who else walked in. Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Deere the Engineer. You seem to be lacking your usual observational skills. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am. But that's going to happen once in a blue moon. We didn't even find a wonderful podcast picture that's going to be coming up in just a moment. Because it's Friday, and it's kind of the day where you just let everything fall apart. What I have found...
And here's today's podcast picture.
...is wearing a Guitar Hero t-shirt. It restricts me. I'm wearing a Guitar Hero t-shirt, and I'm not sure why. But does anybody remember that game? It was huge. It was the biggest thing. Everybody was, oh, I can't wait to play Eye of the Tiger for the 20 billionth time. And I loved it, the enthusiasm about music. But then it just, It got old and it went away, and now when I wear this shirt, it's like a form of irony, but who really knows what that word means anymore? I referenced that song, Ironic, with some people at work, and they looked at me like, what are you saying? I'm going to take you to Tuscaloosa, my friend. Tuscaloosa, Alabama. The interesting place where Helen Keller lived. I had the opportunity to go there about almost 10 years ago, I would say. I was with my then wife, and we went there. It was freaking cold, and we actually went out there because we were going to get a dog, a little Boston Terrier. We didn't have a dog yet. We didn't have the wonderful Basil the Boxer yet. We didn't get Basil till we got back to California, and we drove all the way down to Fresno to get him. But there was this bookstore. I'm going to, on the fly, try and find the name of it. It was in Tuscaloosa. I think it's still there. And it had this interior... The inside of this place was so cool. Very, kind of like Britishy. And it's called maybe it was the University of no, but Show Enough Comics. These are the kind of bookstores they have. Barnes and Noble. Oh, It was an interesting one. Was it Barnes stuff? Oh, they have this thing in the South called Books A Million, which is like Barnes and Noble. And they got these little cute little coffee places in there. And I used to love that. But, oh well, I can't find the name of it. But yeah, so I will put it in the podcast picture itself, the name of this place. But it was just cool. And there you are in the middle of Alabama. Why are we bashing Nancy Pelosi so much? I know she's become sort of the figurehead of Democrats, and so people on the right have to bash her, but come on. She's been a politician forever and dealt with all kinds of stuff. More stuff that talk politics have no idea that they would not be able to deal with. It's called, I have it right here, Cold Water Books. It was in one of my photos. I didn't notice. Yeah, Cold Water Books. Okay, but it's really cool on the inside. You can see that picture at mikesdailypodcast.com, and you can also help out the show through the PayPal there, which is on the front page, where someone's told me it shouldn't be on the front page. It should be buried. But whatever. Cafe whatever. It is not treasonous to not clap for the president. What the hell? When he gave his State of the Union speech and Democrats weren't applauding some of the things he was saying that was being very Trump-like and was dovetailing into Trump policies, Democrats wouldn't clap. And he's like, yeah, that's treasonous because they're not for America. No, they're not for you. They're just not for you. There's a difference.
I'm really rich.
They don't like you and your ego. So it wasn't against America. And then just so disrespectful to Nancy Pelosi, who does her whole entire career has been public service in the House of Representatives. So I'm just a little tired of it. And also, I have to applaud you parents out there. I've been talking to, most of my friends are parents. I am not. And that's just how life has been dealt to me and how I have dealt with life. But it is fascinating to me, the decisions parents have to make on like a snap. You know, we're going to do it this way. And they're like life-changing things. I don't know. I guess at a certain point, as a parent, you deal with so many life-changing decisions every day that you just go, no. You got to have faith in yourself and that your overall trajectory is going to help your kids. And I just am amazed by that, and I applaud that. And good job, parents out there. And finally, some people out there have no empathy for those of us who wake up at 3:30 in the morning. And I had to deal with that the other day when there was a friend of mine who wanted me to watch the end of this movie. And I'm like, look, it's 8:30. I need to get home. I need to get some sleep. I don't want to get stupid just 6 hours sleep. I need some freaking sleep. And he's like, no, you got to see the end of this stupid movie. So, you got to have, if you have friends that wake up early, empathy for them, understand them. If you have friends that are parents, you got to understand what they're going through because they're waking up early, and just freaking show some respect to Nancy Pelosi and parents and people that wake up early. That's all I have to say. It's RESPECT. Find out what it means to be. And I sing that in homage to, of course, Aretha Franklin. And it was Otis Redding that wrote it? Or Sam Cooke? Otis Redding? Sam Cooke? The government shut down and reopened on the overnight rather quickly, apparently. That's a good piece of news. Who wrote Respect? It was Otis Redding. There we go, 1965. Otis Redding, who passed away 50 years ago. And his song posthumously became a hit, The Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. There was a message in the bottle found in Florida 30 years later. Was dropped into the Atlantic by school kids in Scotland. What? More than 30 years ago? And washed ashore near Key Largo. Fascinating. During Hurricane Irma, it washed up. That's a cool story. And let's see. This is going to be a short show. I hope you don't mind. Now, opening ceremony of the Olympics is happening. I have a little opening ceremony music. It goes something like, hey, so if it goes like, ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba, like that. Do you like how I... Yes. So, that's that. Olympics. Going on in Pyong... Did you say Pyongyang or Pyongyang? Or Pyongyang? It's going to be said a bunch of ways. Just thought I would point that out to you. And Trump budget to include a $3 billion for the border wall. It'll include a request for $3 billion as a down payment on building a wall along the U.S. border with Mexico. The official who briefed a small group of reporters on condition of anonymity said the money would go toward purchasing private land in the Rio Grande Valley and South Texas and advanced purchases of steel. Oh, God. And Mexico is laughing at us. They are like, yeah, build that wall, you idiots. Spend that money. Hey, if you are in construction, there's some money ready for you from President Trump. Wants you to build this wall. This pointless wall. All right, fine. And Republicans learn... And I just miffed a bunch of Republicans that are like, nope, the terrorists are coming over the border. And they're killing you, Mike. So, there we go. We need the wall to stop them, I guess. As we go outside of Café Anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley. All kinds of craziness going on at work today, and I got to get on that. So, I would go into more, but I respect your time, and I know you need to get going. Thank you for listening to the show. Mike'sDailyPodcast.com has all the past podcast pictures, all the places you can listen to the show. Listen, I don't just have this podcast at one spot. I have it on all kinds of different podcast and podcasting services, Mixcloud, SoundCloud, Podomatic. I've been with Podomatic actually almost 10 years now. YouTube, and a myriad of places you can find at Mike'sDailyPodcast.com. So check that out, and you can find out more about the show through there and see places that I've been with the wonderful Basil the Boxer. And thank you. You know what? Basil was supposed to say something right now. Thank you. Okay. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster. Hopefully, we will get to do that, whatever, the Super Secret Sunday show. I'm hoping. Thumbs up. I have my thumbs up in the air. Look at that. Like I just don't care. Have a great Friday and weekend.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at Mike'sDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at Mike'sDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!